The thing I really love about art is that I feel like it can absorb all of my interests. Like I can put parts of my, personal and emotional life into it, but I can also use it as a space for research and for engaging with the world intellectually and politically, and it is a place also for play and for materiality, for feeling like connected to my body and gesture and the physical world, and it's a place for connection. I really love also the way like art is a kind of time capsule. Like I think I really fell in love first with art that was old, with like things from the 1400s or from far, far before that, and feeling like still that there's some sort of direct connection to what someone saw and like cared about hundreds of years ago is like deeply moving to me. I think like a lot of artists, I really work in series, and that often starts with a lot of drawing, and also in my particular case with a lot of research. So often the projects I'm doing have a kind of art historical research component. So for this project, the project started with the wallpaper, and the wallpaper is a research-based wallpaper, so it's constructed out of public domain imagery made by early women artists naturalists. So growing up in school, I feel like I hadn't seen that much work by women artists from before the 20th century, and I became really interested in trying to basically find the sort of predecessors for my own interests. It really took me down a rabbit hole, and over time I found, I think now almost 150 women across the globe who painted flora or fauna or fungi before 1900, and I wanted to make a kind of impossible garden out of their work, like to create a sort of space where you were really immersed by their own observations of the natural world. So this series started there, and then that led to wanting to make paintings that dove a little deeper into some of the individual histories and stories that I was uncovering as I was doing that research, and into some of the sort of like larger social context and political and historical context that their work was like made within. Because the paintings are loosely based on these historical figures, or sometimes kind of like composites of different historical stories, there's often a relationship in this show, at least, between the wallpaper and the paintings. So one of the paintings, for example, is based on Sarah Mapps Douglas, who is this amazing like abolitionist, artist, poet, activist who lived in Philadelphia in the early 19th century, and the patterning on one of the dresses is made up of her own drawings, including one that's of a kind of swallow-tailed butterfly that then is like echoed within the painting, and then on the wallpaper right up above it. When it comes to creating an exhibit space, I mean, I am this sort of maximalist who wants like as much visual information in a small space as possible, but I'm also really interested in them as like contrapuntal melodic lines, like the way that in a piece of music you might have like two sort of melodies doing different things but interweaving. I'm interested in the wallpaper and the paintings working that way